I'm Georgie Henley and I play Lucy in the Chronicles of Narnia.
Hi, I'm Will Poulter and I play Eustace in The Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
What's so fascinating about that picture anyway? It's hideous.
Edmund, it looks like the water's actually moving.
That's what happens when you read all those fanciful novels and fairy tales of yours.
Lucy definitely needs to learn to be comfortable in her own skin. The temptation that she faces is being able to actually do something about that using a spell from the Book of Incantations. But after having quite a nasty experience, she understands the error of her ways and makes her a better person at the end of it.
Where in the blazes am I?
You're on the Dawn Treader.
Eustace also faces a form of temptation to which he falters and ends up turning into a dragon. Ultimately, Eustace undergoes quite a dramatic transformation and by the end of the film he's sort of a redeemed and reformed character, but the temptation I suppose affects him in many ways, and one of the greatest temptations is to sort of, I suppose, make no changes to himself and really carry on the way that he is going. And I think it takes a great deal of self-reflection, which is really encouraged by Reepicheep, who almost acts as a mentor to him.
No one touches the tail. Period! Exclamation mark.
Sorry.
Now, I will have the orange, then I will have satisfaction.
The character of Eustace was quite a challenge. I hope I'm not too much like him. So, you know, I guess it did quite involve quite a lot of work and it was quite emotionally and physically kind of tough. But, you know, I really enjoyed it. I'd never really sort of been exposed to such big sets and such huge crews and so many cameras as well. I've never been used to having 2 or 3 cameras on set at once. So, and that is sometimes distracting, and it sometimes can quite easily take you out of your role and sort of, you know, the nerves and the pressure does make being in character a lot harder. I learned gradually, very gradually, and you know, I was very lucky to be able to work under people like Michael Apted, who's hugely experienced, and have the help of other people on set. I was really grateful for that.
I think you learn from the people who you work with, and I also think that you sometimes learn more from directors than you do from other actors, because directors have worked with a huge variety of actors, so they can be very experienced and they know what they're talking about. It was a very different experience working with Michael. He's definitely an actor's director. What he was really best at was shooting the film out of chronological order. It meant that he would give us a kind of 10-minute talk every time that we did move on to a new sequence about what our character's just done, what they're about to do, the psyche of the character, and really think very deeply about finding your character in the film. So like really understanding that, you know, oh well, you've just done the end of the film but we're back to the beginning, so this is just what's happened. So it was very, very, very useful.
Absolutely, and he was hugely approachable as well, and that was what was so great. You know, he's kind of he's a fountain of knowledge, a walking fountain of knowledge, you know, and as a young actor being able to go up to him and say, look, I'm terrified about this, or, you know, what do you think is best here, and I'm playing with a couple of different options, and just, you know, to have someone to be able to kind of, I suppose, really tell you what's right was just brilliant, and that was really kind of really useful. We
also had a lot of rehearsal time, which we didn't have on the first 2 films. We did about 2 or 3 weeks. We went through every scene many times, and it meant that we weren't stranded on the day of filming. We completely knew what was going on. We had a sense of what to do, and we'd already kind of made a preconception of what was going to go down.
Quite beautiful.
You know, one of the best things about being the most inexperienced person on set is I could only learn from people.
Inexperienced at all?
No, of course I was. I could only really learn from people, and everywhere I looked there was someone more experienced and sort of knew more than me, so I just asked questions, and no question was a stupid question, or every question was a stupid question, but it was great.
Everything that I know about acting I've learned from being in Narnia. I've kind of met so many amazing people, and I've been to so many amazing places which I would have never been to kind of in my everyday life. The best thing that Narnia has given me is a platform to pursue acting. It's given me a great start in my career, hopefully, and although I was kind of thrown in at the deep end, I'm so happy for that, and it was just such a stroke of luck that I landed the role of Lucy.
It sounds cheesy, but it's true. The best thing about filming is the people you meet and the friendships you make and the bonds you form, and you know, they're very difficult to break by the end of it, and certainly doing all this kind of stuff we get to meet up with everybody again, and it's fantastic. It's brilliant.